this, bro.
The hype of cartoon shows from their prime in the 90s to the late 2010s was something we thought would never stop. Every year we had new bangers that was dropping that everyone
Bro, chat, I want to know what y'all top 3 old TV shows are when you grew up. Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, Disney, could be anything. My top 3, regular show number 1, Amazing World of Gumball number 2, and they're making a new one. Both of those actually are getting revived. And third one, SpongeBob. Classic, SpongeBob.
was watching. At the time when cable TV was actually worth it. Y'all remember cable TV? Good times.
Bro,
There wasn't a time as a
cable.
kid I wasn't entertained.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, cable TV, when you had the remote, oh my God, I feel so nostalgic right now, but I remember that remote, bro, just like turning on the TV, pressing, oh my God.
While watching cartoons. It's sad to know that whole era that we grew up in and every generation for
Hey, let's look at these real quick. Phineas and Ferb, banger. Gravity Falls, banger. Teen Titans Go, low-key a banger. People underestimate that. We Bare Bears, Steven Universe was fire. Like I said, regular show, Amazing World of Gumball. Adventure Time was fire. SpongeBob, Fairly Odd Parents, forgot about that. Avatar: Last Airbender, fire. I still have not seen the whole thing yet. Jimmy Neutron, that's a pull, bro.
the past 30 years basically has, is never coming back and is officially dead. The amount of people watching cable TV has been dropping and dropping for a decade, and the amount of kids is even less. I don't even remember the last time I booted up my TV to browse through channels and see what was on. And because instead of watching cartoons, kids are choosing to watch TikTok and streamers, all our childhood networks are hanging on a thread. Like, none of these networks have had a hit in years, and they don't even try to make them anymore. Because it's too risky for the investors putting their money into a show that isn't guaranteed to get them money. From a business standpoint, it kind of makes sense, but it still sucks. Like, instead of
Netflix, Hulu, Disney, all those big streaming platforms, they're taking over, bro. Cable is not gonna be a thing in the next few years, bro. I doubt people this day and age use it. I bet you if you go to your neighbor, they probably don't use cable. They probably use actual like streaming services like Netflix and shit.
paying for a new season of a show that might flop and get terrible ratings, they could pay 1/15 of the amount to the kid's favorite influencer and have them guaranteed buy whatever sponsor it is. Kids are sponges that soak up anything they consume, so the sponsors are gonna go to what they consume. Dude, when I was younger, I remember seeing that Fushigi ad all the time and foaming at the mouth, ready to jump out my seat to buy one of them. Then it turned out the whole thing was a scam and it was just a regular metal ball. My younger self could have never comprehended that. Good thing my parents were too poor to get me one. Because of the continuous downfall of these channels, they had to start thinking of something else. The original Cartoon Network studio had to shut down last year and merge with Warner Bros. Because of spending, so clearly everything isn't going well. And all these companies know the one way to get your money back guaranteed is nostalgia. Which is why so many cartoon shows are getting either revived or rebooted. To list off some, Phineas and Ferb got rebooted and is already releasing
I heard about
episodes. The Amazing World of Gumball is coming back this year. Regular Show is coming back this year. King of the Hill is coming back this year. Futurama is coming back this year. And of course, the greatest of them all, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Oh, what the fuck?
All the other shows, all I needed to hear was Mickey's back. All these shows are coming back for one main reason, like I said, which is nostalgia. Millennials and Gen Z are known to eat up any reboots or revivals that come out. Like, no matter how good or dog they are, people are sad and fiending for the new season. A perfect example of how this could go bad, though, is the Velma show. I still can't comprehend that a bunch of board directors sat down in a room and had this pitched to them and decided to make it. Since a lot of people have nostalgia for Scooby-Doo through the cartoons and movies, the Velma show was guaranteed to viewers off the jump. Once people started watching and realizing how dog it was, because people were still watching and hate watching, it managed to get a second season. So just because of the nostalgia alone of Scooby-Doo, the Velma show automatically got viewers, then automatically got a second season because people were hating on it. And best believe these studios know that now that we're grown, we got grown money to be spent. Whenever they do sell some type of merch, we immediately run to buy it for the nostalgia. A lot of these companies do make money off of licensing them and their merch. Like, I guarantee everyone here has at least a poster, a figure, or whatever of their favorite childhood character. It don't even gotta be good. I've seen the most bull cartoon merch get shilled on TikTok and they end up having a ton of sales. But some people also complain about these shows coming back, mainly because they feel it's just coming back so the studio can make more money from it, and because of that, the story's gonna have less effort put into it, which is exactly how people felt about Teen Titans when it got rebooted. I feel bad for the people that didn't get to experience watching episodes of Teen Titans late night on Boomerang. Boomerang is a crazy pull. Some of y'all probably forgot. I kind of wish I didn't bring it up for this vid because I just found out they changed their logo to whatever the this is. You see, this is exactly why we're all depressed. Every
Yeah.
company decided to start becoming bland in like 2015. When Teen Titans Go started airing for years, people were ripping
I low-key
Cartoon
liked
Network
it.
apart for having the show. Funny to know, now it's the only thing Cartoon Network relies on to stay alive. Like
Oh
at
my
this
God.
point, instead of naming it Cartoon Network, it should be called Teen Titans Go Network. But anyone who remembers being there at the time, the hate was never ending. People were boycotting Cartoon Network, saying they won't watch it anymore until the show was taken off. Because if you think of it, it does affect Cartoon Network overall. They have a budget for Teen Titans Go, so that money could have gone to a new show or rebooting a show a lot of people like. It was also taking up a lot of airtime, so it makes sense why people were mad. If only they saw how it looked like
Night
now,
begins
that
to
would give them a
shine.
heart attack. But cartoons like Teen Titans Go are the reason why people get scared when their favorite series gets a reboot. They don't want it to be a cash grab and have trash writing. Teen Titans Go now is kind of like, though, it's weird how shows switch up from hate to love over time. Mainly because the show had so many memeable moments
Yeah.
and funny moments.
It was
they
actually
never took
funny.
itself serious. But at the time, it was getting hate for that exact thing. Like, the original Teen Titans was super dark. Also, people get scared because some of these studios are complete scumbags. These studios will just start a reboot without the permission of the original creator. Because as long as they own the copyright, they can do whatever they want with it. Like with the Powerpuff Girls
I don't
2016
give no
reboot,
fucks about
if
the
you even
Powerpuff
knew that was a
Girls.
thing. The Powerpuff Girls reboot came out in 2016 and immediately got trashed on. It had this one weird controversy that probably should have shut down production immediately, where one of the writers put a character that looked exactly like him in the show as a love interest.
Jareth, hi. Wait, we don't have study group today.
Oh, actually, I'm here to see Bubbles. We're gonna go over our lines together.
You and Bubbles? Together?
Uh-oh.
That's right. A Powerpuff Girls writer made an
hell
OC
no.
of himself, put it into the show, and
hell
had him
no.
fall in love with Blossom.
A lot of these show writers really be
No,
freaks,
nah.
but virtually
That's like pedophilia. Internet pedophilia. I don't know how to describe that. That's like weird.
nothing gets done to them because they're behind the scenes. It's mainly the creator that gets blamed when something like this happens. You can't tell me this is just a coincidence. That character in the show looks exactly like the writer, and is even voiced by him. They also added a fourth Powerpuff Girl, which didn't get good reception. She was supposed to be their long-lost older sister, and she was black, so, you can guess how the conversation is going about it. Did they need to make her black? No, but is it really that deep? No, like, it's a kid's show that little girls watch. Who cares? You got grown men crashing out over a show their daughter's age are watching. But other than that, people didn't like her character. A lot of these shows later on will add an unneeded addition for some reason to, I guess, bring up viewers. But it almost never works. Like, who remembers Sparky from Fairly Odd Parents? And then right after they added Chloe. I've never seen a new character kill a show as fast as Fairly Odd Parents. And to top it all off with the Powerpuff Girls reboot, the original creator didn't even approve of it. He tweeted out at the time, when Cartoon Network told me they were making more, I told them that I wish they wouldn't, but from a financial standpoint, I know why they did. You always gotta respect creators who know when the time of their show has come and don't want to milk it to ruin the legacy. But just
Yeah.
because I'm giving that example, it doesn't
But
mean
some
all
people don't know
reboots
when to
go down
stop.
that path. A lot of times, studios try to hire back their original creator and teams that worked on it because they would know what direction to take it compared to a complete new person. I would say if you have a favorite show that is getting the cash grab treatment and the original creator has zero say in it, there's no point in watching it because it's probably not going to be good. And sometimes studios even give creators full control over everything. Like for the new regular show reboot, JG Quintel is basically controlling everything about it. It's even airing on Adult Swim because he's been wanting to work on a more adult version of the show. He probably knows a lot of his audience is now grown who watched it too. All of regular show definitely had some hidden adult jokes. Them eating wings was a sign of them drinking. And this man Benson, every time he became depressed, was at the wing bar downing them. Like a middle-aged divorced man coming back from a office job that he hates just to
No,
wind
that's
down.
why
A lot of
regular show
people
was
also
good. It was
don't
just
like
so
these reboots
fucking
because
random.
They try to appeal to things that the younger generation likes. And a lot of times it ends up being cringe. There could be times where they actually pull off the joke and it ends up being funny. But imagine in a new regular show episode, they got a plot randomly like, dude, Rigby, it looks like the Skibbity toilet's trying to destroy the park with the max level Gyat, but I know he gets no huzz. Mordecai, TSPMO, we gotta fix this before Benson finds out.
Now thinking about it though, if it was Mordecai's actual voice, like the voice actor, and Rigby saying that, it would be hilarious. It would be hilarious.
Reboot reboots trying to appeal to the younger generation is something that's gonna 100% happen. It just depends on how well they execute it. In adult shows, it's easier because they can make darker jokes about it. But kid shows, it has to be washed down to be family friendly. Like, I remember watching the new Sonic movie that came out and Eggman started randomly flossing in it. It was obviously cringe to me, but it's made for kids, and to a kid that would probably be funny. Like with the King of the Hill reboot, you can tell they're gonna incorporate newer topics that the cartoon shows can. In the intro, they're wearing COVID masks, so they're definitely gonna cover that. They also have a mayor sign, so they're probably gonna incorporate politics and how wild it is now. Nowadays, kids prefer adult shows more than ever. Don't get me wrong, okay? Growing up, I was definitely watching Family Guy and South Park and American Dad, but I was still watching the cartoon shows that aired on Cartoon Network. If you see how popular South Park has exploded on TikTok,
I never really
it'll
watched
show you what I'm talking about. You got like
older
elementary
ones.
school
I always
kids
watched,
with
like,
profile
Cartoon Network
pictures of
stuff,
Eric
and I thought
Cartman.
that was
Nowadays, the younger generation is skipping all the cartoons and speedrunning to the adult ones, which is probably another reason why these networks have been failing. It feels too corny to them to watch a kid's show with watered down humor. Imagine you're the one kid still watching Disney Channel, meanwhile everyone else in your class is watching South Park and sending memes to each other. The thing that sucks with these reboots
That
to
was me, though.
is that it does force studios to not be creative. They're always gonna go with the safe pick over the risk. It's exactly why Disney has been spamming out live actions for the past 10 years, even though everyone hates them now and doesn't want them anymore. But more and more they've done it to the point where it feels like we have nothing new. And they don't be thinking, if they do have a new show that's a hit, that's generational wealth right there. Probably more than they make with the reboot. You can only do reboots for so long until everything becomes a reboot and then you're forced to make a new show. Because all the shows that are getting rebooted were originally Risk at one point. Imagine Steven Hillenburg pitching SpongeBob at first. Alright, so you're telling me he's a sentient sponge that lives in a pineapple, who cooks burgers, and his boss is a crab who takes all his money, while his coworker hates his life and wants to end it every day, and his best friend is a starfish?
Yes.
Get the fuck out of my office. I have no clue how he pitched the show, but rest in paradise is Steven Hillenburg because he created a goat. SpongeBob is also an example of a show that should have stopped a long time ago. Like, when I found out there was 3 movies released after the original with the 4th one coming out, I damn near punched a wall. Who was asking for all these SpongeBob movies
There's
to be
another
made? Hold on,
SpongeBob
Ice
movie to
Spice
come
cast
out?
to join a new upcoming SpongeBob movie. I speak for everyone when I say we will be in theaters, sat down expeditiously, popcorn in our lap, waiting for them. Anyways, that's gonna be everything. Let me know which reboot you're most hyped about and why it's a regular show. Make sure to follow me on Twitch and the second channel. I'm streaming all summer. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, I love you guys consensually. And until next time,